We apologize for any technical difficulties thus far tonight. Those of you just joining us again, 1-0 DeSales. Caroline Nealon's first goal of the season, giving DeSales the lead. As DeSales controls again, there's Crystal. Cross midfield, the head looking for Rojas, but Valerelli equal to the task. Valerelli now bring it up. Leaves it for Altamiro. Altamiro getting around Woods and attempted pass blocked over the far sideline. Manhattanville's throwing. 4 minutes left in the first half here. That's Pacheco. Cross for Pillais just in. Carp applying pressure, but the Bulldogs able to clear. That's Crystal on the far side. As Swither comes flying in, intercept the intended pass for Strakas. Davis can't quite track it down, as we'll go out for a Bulldog throw-in. Logue, the senior, to take. Or so it seemed Logue would take. Ball played out by looks like Valerelli had played it out, but instead it will be Trainer taking the throw-in for the Valiants. One played out in a big collision there between Rojas and Trainer. No whistle, though. Play on, says the referee. There's Pacheco across midfield for Altamiro. Altamiro for Davis. Davis back to Altamiro. Altamiro is going to take a long shot and just over the crossbar. Altamiro from a good 30 yards out on that one. Had a look, had space, just put a little too much on it. Gashion again, 5'11". Making sure it went well over the crossbar. We have a whistle here and a foul on, appears to be Woods. Altamiro went down as we have a free kick now for the Valiants. Swidler to take. Swidler has already scored on a free kick from not too much farther from where she is now this season. We are under 2 minutes here, and Swidler will take it. High shot played into the box, but grabbed by Gashion. A few yards in front of the right post. Gashion with a high arcing ball. Headed down and controlled by the Valiants. As Playas cuts in towards the middle of the field. Now back towards the sideline, into the box. Goes down. No whistle. Collision with Bassetti. As we are under a minute here, as Fatina will play it into the box. And right on the edge of the 6-yard box, Gashion will grab once again. Gashion will wait while her team gets back down the field. Ball controlled by Karp, played back for Heiss with a nice move to get around a mixed pressure. The ball played ahead, knocked out off of Pillais. As Davis Allen will take, as we are under 30 seconds here in the first half. The ball played out towards the Manhattanville benches. We are under 10 seconds left here in the first half. As it appears, we will head to halftime with the DeSales Bulldogs holding a 1-0 lead over the Manhattanville Valiants. courtesy of Caroline Nealon's first goal of the season. Again, the Valiants did an outstanding job of withstanding almost constant Bulldog pressure the entire half. But again, just a bad break for the Valiants on Nealon's goal, as Trainer was in position until she fell down while trying to keep up with Nealon, and Nealon was left with no one between her and Beltrami, and with, again, the first goal of the season for Nealon at the half at GoValiants.com field. The DeSales Bulldogs won, the Manhattanville Valiants nothing. This is Adam Ryder, and we will return for the second half in just a few minutes. And welcome back. Adam Ryder, top the press box of GoValiants.com field. We are just moments away from the second half between the Valiants and the DeSales Bulldogs. Again, the Valiants coming in 3-5-1 on the season, 0-2 in MAC Freedom Conference play. The Bulldogs 6-5 overall, 1-1 in MAC Freedom Conference play. This time we'd like to issue our apologies to anyone who experienced technical difficulties during the first half. We strive to bring you the absolute best with all streams on GoValiants.com. Those of you just joining us, welcome. Thank you for spending even a part of your evening with us. We start the second 45, 1-0 in favor of the Bulldogs, courtesy of Caroline Nealon's first goal of the season with 6:19 remaining in the first half. Bulldogs finishing the first 45 with 3 shots on goal and 1 corner. And for the home Valiants, 2 shots on goal and no corners thus far. Try and get you the second half starters. It appears that Greg Ridout has gone with the 11 he started the match with. Gashion in goal with Medler, Crystal, Lucchese, Wilson, Finn, Pizarro, Logue, Bertola, Amato, and Bassetti in front. This for the Valiants. Beltrami back in goal, joined by Trainer, Swidler, Kirkpatrick, Fatino, Heiss, Pacheco, Valarelli, Fiore, Karp, and Gardner. As DeSales just now breaks their huddle. The Valiants will start. Fiore to play it away as we are underway once again. As Karp plays across for Patrick. Patrick head to Fatino. Ball just out of reach. Controlled by Medler. Medler plays all the way back to Bassetti. Now back ahead to Pizarro. Anya all the way across to Crystal. Crystal will play in. And in the box now is Lucchese. Lucchese, her cross. Trainer ahead to Fatino. Fatino, the double touch, gets it out on the second. Crystal and Pacheco fighting for it as Crystal comes away in a spin move. Gets around Pacheco and the Bulldogs control, and we have a foul against the Valiants here. We have a brief discussion here between our referee and the DeSales sideline. Under 40 minutes to play in regulation. As Bassetti will take a free kick in just a second for the Bulldogs. Bassetti ball played to the right side of the box, knocked out, and controlled by Finn near the right sideline. Heiss pokes it away and controls, and with a lot of space in front of her here. Heiss looking for Fiore, but ball played out by Finn, and the offsides flag has gone up on Bertola. As Swidler will take the free kick once again. Swindler, that big, powerful leg, drives it deep into the offensive zone. Briefly controlled by the Valiants, but the Bulldogs will control. Touch pass across, controlled briefly by Medler. To Bertola, looking for Medler, but Pacheco, poked that one away. Fiore couldn't quite control. Pizarro will track down, bring it across midfield. Pizarro getting around Gardner and looking for Bertola, but could not control it over the far sideline. Will be another Valiant throw in here. Valarelli header controlled by the Bulldogs, played back to Crystal. Ball played ahead now to Medler. Medler to Crystal. Crystal with a lot of space, cutting towards the middle of the field, gets around Pacheco. Played ahead for Bertola. Bertola with 3 Valiants on her, and Gardner comes away, but plays it out over the far sideline for Bulldog throw-in. For a Valiant throw-in, excuse me. Ball played back. Swindler with the left foot across, lands right at midfield. Ball headed and controlled by the Bulldogs as Gardner plays that one out over the far side for a Bulldog throw-in. Ball lands beyond Heiss. Bertola controls now, looking to get around Swindler. This cross blocked out of bounds by Swindler for another Bulldog corner kick. A motto to take as the sun really starts to set here on GoBounds.com field. We are under 37 minutes to go in regulation. As Bassetti, a late arrival into the box here as DeSales looks to go up 2-0. Motto's kick headed out by Pacheco, controlled, top of the box. Play back to Medler. Medler gets a look. Her shot blocked by Trainer, and no offsides on Wilson. Ball played out and controlled by Amato, who cannot get around Gardner. And let's see what we have here as the ref comes running over. Appears to have a chat with Gardner, no card given, but perhaps a warning. Throw-in controlled again by the Bulldogs. His Trainer read that cross beautifully and played it to Karp, who goes down, courtesy of Pizarro. It'll be a free kick for the Valiants. Swindler again to take. Ball heading in the box, Fiore and Lowe giving chase. Lowe plays it out over the far sideline for a Fiore throw-in. Valarelli played back to Fiore. We have a whistle here and an infraction against the Valiants. Appears to be on Fiore. As the Bulldogs will play away here from their own goalie box. Ball played ahead now for Logue. Logue played ahead for Wilson. Gardner knocked that one out. Finn to take the throw-in. Back for Bassetti. Bassetti ahead to Finn. Finn's pass for Valarelli had a chance, but when appeared to go right under her foot, actually. Is Crystal now looking to get around Valarelli. Plays it back to Finn. Finn ahead. Pacheco poked that one away from Pizarro over the far sideline for another Bulldog throw-in. This ball, Valarelli tries to control. She does. Played back to Heiss. Bertola coming up. That's Heiss's ball all the way across, controlled by Crystal. Now crossing midfield. Looking for some space. She finds Medler. Medler will turn into the box. And Beltrami with a big-time save. Heiss and Bertola once again. Bertola able to find a little bit of room that time, but Beltrami comes up with the big stop, flying out of her 6-yard box, keeping it just the 1-0 Bulldog lead for now. As DeSales will control right at midfield. Here's Medler again. Here's Bertola with a lot of space on the right side. Trainer looking to get back. Crossing in, Bertola's shot blocked by Fatino. Rebound high off the foot of Amato. You knew it was a matter of time before someone with 15 goals found some opportunities, and Bertola with 2 good looks in the first 12 minutes of the second half. Beltrami equal to the task on the first one, and Fatino a good job getting back on defense after Heiss and Trainer were beat up that right sideline. Keeping Bertola and the Bulldogs off the board for a second time. Here's Crystal with a lot of space on the left side. Crystal looking to get around. These are for Lucchese and whistle. Not sure if that was an offsides or not, but it will be Valiant ball. Swither to take another free kick in just a moment. Swither approaching, and a big strike goes out over the near sideline. Will be a throw-in for the Bulldogs here. Ball bouncing over the head of Lucchese. Kirkpatrick plays it. Again out over the near sideline. As Lucchese has one go off of her right leg for a valiant throw, and Fiore heads ahead. And controlled by the Bulldogs. Here's Crystal again, crossing midfield. Ahead for Amato, back to Wilson. Wilson all the way across to Finn. Finn coming up, collides with Gardner. Briefly lost possession, but almost regained it, but Gardner staying with the play. Play ahead for Fiore. Fiore to Valarelli. Valarelli looking to get around Logue. Instead leaves it back for Fiore. Fiore ahead to Valarelli again in the box, but played away by Logue and controlled by the Bulldogs. Here's Crystal. Valarelli coming up behind, gets it ahead for Medler. Pizarro's pass deflected and played out by Swidler. DeSales on the counterattack, almost got through that time, but Swidler allowing the Valiants to catch their breath for just a second. DeSales will play in. And played once again back to Medler. Medler crossing to the middle of the field now. Pacheco comes up. Turning in into the box. There's Amato, top of the box. Her shot gets just inside the left post by Beltrami. And with 30 to go, Sydney Amato, the sophomore, has given the Bulldogs a 2-0 lead. Again, Pacheco sort of caught in the middle of nowhere that time, unsure whether to apply pressure or stay back on Amato. She chose to apply the pressure, and Amato able to find space right at the top of the 18-yard box. Beltrami had decent position. She was on that side of the goal, but Amato just enough on that shot to make it 2-0. As Pizarro will get credit for the assist, as the Bulldogs again a 2-0 lead now. As we approach 30 minutes remaining here in regulation. As here's Wilson pressing again for the Bulldogs. Played ahead. Amato and Bertola in the area, but Beltrami grabs that one and will play out. Big kick that time, lands just past midfield, briefly controlled by the Bulldogs, but Pacheco now controls over to Gardner for the Valiants. Ahead to Fiore. Fiore has it taken away by the Bulldogs. That's Bassetti bringing it up. And again, the ball into the box just a little too far for Amato and Bertola. Beltrami will grab. Clear once again. As Roman will head to the area Fury, but Bassetti came flying in to win that header. It's Carpin Wilson, 2-8s going at it here. Ball played to Nealon. Nealon's ball for Lucchese, played out by Valarelli. As Davis Allen will return, replacing Finn. And Davis will return, replacing Fiore for the Valiant. Substitutions for both sides once again. Crystal's ball played across. Medler couldn't control. Gardner does for the Valiants. Play to Davis, who tried to give it back to Gardner, but Medler will win that one. Now crossing up, looking to get by Swither. She does. Her shot from the top of the box goes off the hands of Beltrami. And it is now a 3-0 lead for the Bulldogs. As Medler, with an excellent series of moves to create space. And again, making it 3-0 Medler, her third goal of the season. Amato's goal, by the way, earlier this half, her third of the season. And again, 3-0 now in favor of the Bulldogs. Valiants now with just under 28 minutes to try and get back into this one. Gardner's ball for Davis, knocked down, controlled by the Bulldogs. That's Nealon. He's got the first goal of the match in the first half. Played across to Crystal. Crystal now across midfield. Crystal to Lucchese. Knocked away briefly by Trainer, but Crystal controls. Sales played all the way across to the far side. That's Davis Allen. Davis Allen for Medler. Medler, long ball for Bertola in the box, and looks like Heiss got caught up with Bertola there. She went down hard. Little slow to get up, but appears to be okay. A little bit of a limp, trying to jog it off here. Swidler to take the free kick from just inside the 18-yard box. Swidler looking for carp, ball played out over the far sideline by DeSales. Will be Manhattanville's throw-in. We have a substitution here, as Natalie Pillais, the freshman from Ossining, will return, replacing Gardner. As Heiss now will take the throw-in for Manhattanville. She seems to be okay. She'll stay in for now. Throw-in controlled by the Bulldogs, and plays a little too much contact there. Whistled for the foul. Will be a Bulldog free kick. And Bassetti plays right off the restart. No hesitation whatsoever. The ball played out and controlled now by the Valiants. Here's Roman looking for Davis. Davis, the speedster, down the middle, and just running out of room. Roman with a well-placed ball, just a little too much on that. Davis with plenty of speed, nearly caught up to that one. That was well in front of her, but Gashion will stop that charge for now, as Crystal brings it back across for the Bulldogs. Ball played in. Valerelli and Bertola both given chase. Valerelli will let it roll harmlessly over the end line, as Rojas and McPeak will return for the Bulldogs, replacing Wilson and Amato. And Karen Garces, the junior from Norwalk, Connecticut, will see her first action tonight, replacing Pacheco. As Beltrami's goal kick comes out to Nealon. Nealon all the way across to Davis Allen. Davis Allen looking for Rojas, but Swidler plays away back across midfield where the Bulldogs will control. Crystal with Roman applying some pressure here. Lowe plays back for Bassetti. Bassetti again all the way across for Davis Allen. Tracks that one down a little bit wide on that pass, but Davis Allen able to keep it in. Roman still giving pursuit, and Karp picks that one off. Karp going down the middle, looking for Roman up the left side, but the ball knocked away and controlled again by the Bulldogs. Crystal crossing midfield once again. Fatino in pursuit. Crystal crosses her towards the middle of the field. Looked for McPeak, but the ball through her legs. Finds Peleas. Davis controls now and leaves for Peleas. Now back to Davis. Davis going through the middle. Looks for Roman, little behind her. Roman will have to track that one down. Crystal giving chase as well. As Roman just able to keep that one in and trying to get around Crystal. She cannot. Crystal wins that battle for the Bulldogs and played ahead to Bertola. Rojas can't control the loose ball. Karp can. Plays it for Fatino. Fatino to Roman. Back to Valerelli. Valerelli lost the touch to Crystal. Valerelli now plays it out over the near sideline where Crystal will take the throw in for the Bulldogs. .22 left in regulation here. 3-0 for the Bulldogs, and a dangerous ball as Davis nearly knocked that one in right off of Gashion's foot. Would have been the first goal of the match for the Valiants here. But instead, just a throw-in on the far sideline for the Valiants, controlled by the Bulldogs. Fatino keeps it in as Karp will play it for Peleas. Peleas back to Karp. Karp for Peleas to Davis. Davis plays back to Fatino. Fatino to Roman. Fatino now heads towards the box as Roman tries to get around Crystal. Roman's ball initially knocked down by Medler, and Medler controls it through Roman. Long ball played out. Trainer goes down but gets the clearance to Garces. Garces to Peleas. Peleas looking for Davis, but Davis Allen picks that one off. Swither pokes it to Karp. Karp and Rojas. Minor collision. No whistle. Karp finds Roman. Roman plays in the area of Davis and Peleas, but Davis Allen takes that one away, plays ahead for McPeak. Lights slowly coming on here. GoValance.com field. 21 minutes to go in this one. Speeding towards the box now. That's Lucchese, and her shot goes wide right of the mark. As Finn will return, replacing Crystal. Coach Ritta perhaps looking to get a little more speed, covering Davis. And Amika will return, replacing Bertola here. Double substitution for the Bulldogs. Beltrami's goal kick controlled by DeSales here. There's Lucchese up the right side again. Peleas gets back, plays it out, looking for Davis. Davis heads it out now, tries to chase down her own header. Nearly does, keeps it in the zone, and A little too much contact on that one from Davis. Will be a Bulldog free kick. We are under 20 minutes to go in this one. Again, goals from Nealon, Amato, and Medler are 3 scores thus far for the Bulldogs. As Pacheco will check back in for Fatino. Coach Canet looking to get his speed and scoring threats out there now, and he certainly has those with Roman, Pacheco, and Davis now all up front. Bulldogs controlling right near midfield. Long ball played ahead. Lucchese giving chase, but it will be, looks like Heist tracking that one down. Cleared ahead towards the middle. Ball makes its way briefly to Pacheco. McPeak got a foot on it, but Karp controlled. Now for Pacheco. She'll play it back for Roman. Roman head to Karp. Karp in the middle. Head to Garces on the left. Garces into the box. Her ball wide of the mark and grabbed by Gachillon. Gachillon a high arcing kick right to the midfield stripe. This trainer will play that one out. Davis Allen plays it back in. Valens will play ahead. Davis can't quite track that down. Bulldogs will retain possession here. There's a loose ball tracked down near the far sideline by Davis Allen. Pacheco giving chase. Davis coming in now as well. Bassetti waits, plays across. And the wild first touch controlled by Karp. With some space now on the left. Karp across to Davis. Davis looking for Karp, but that pass knocked away by the Bulldogs. Heist comes flying across midfield to try and keep that one in. Roman and Medler. Roman saves the possession for the Valiants. Head to Garces. Garces crossing to the far sideline. Leaves for Peleus. Back heels to Karp. Karp with a long shot and bounces a few feet in front of Gachillon by the left post. And the freshman from Sparta, New Jersey will grab that one and throw it back in. Ending another valiant rush. As Lucchese with a wonderful move to get around and create space on the right side, but her cross knocked away by Swidler and played out. Fighting for possession now is a group of players as the Valiants finally control. Roman's ball for Pacheco. A little too far in front, controlled by Logue. Logue played ahead, controlled now by Trainer. To Swidler. Swidler to Beltrami. Beltrami's clearance finds a head and goes out over the near sideline. As Pizarro and Woods will return for the Bulldogs. Gardner will return, replacing Peleas. Looks like Medler and Nealon go to the bench for the Bulldogs. 15:50 left in this one. Again, 3-0 lead for the Bulldogs, who control now in the zone. And a huge collision there. Woods and Garces, my goodness. The 5'6" Woods running over the 5'1" Garces, but both up, no serious injuries, it seems. Valiant free kick. Swidler head for Garces. Couldn't control. Now here's Woods ahead. Right at midfield. Played ahead for a Mick. Valarelli getting back, stopping what could have been an opportunity down the left side. And Valarelli now plays ahead. Woods and Roman fighting. And Woods will play out for a Valiant throw-in. Lights now in full effect at GoVans.com field as the sun has long gone down here in Purchase, New York. Roman looked for Pacheco, but Davis Allen comes up and takes that one away. With a lot of space now towards the middle. Leaves it for Pizarro. Pizarro looked to get it in. Swither briefly poked it away. Swither comes back to grab another one. Played ahead. Kept in by Woods for the Bulldogs. Pizarro looks to keep it in. Plays back for Woods. Woods to Amick on the left side. Valarella giving chase. Amick does save it on the end line. Crosses back. Top of the box. Swither trying to keep the pressure on and does, as Rojas forced to take a contested shot from just outside the box. Beltrami able to grab that one and clear away for the Valiants. Under 14 minutes left in this one. For those of you just joining us or who missed the earlier action, as the ball goes over the end line for a goal kick. Again, for those of you just joining us who might have missed earlier action, goals by Nealon, Amato, and Medler. The three scores for the Bulldogs this evening. Bulldogs currently with 7 shots on goal. In this one, 3 shots on goal for the Valiants. It's a loose ball controlled by the Bulldogs and a little too much physical contact there from Heiss. She'll be whistled for the infraction, and it will be Claire Bassetti to play it in for the Bulldogs. Bassetti with a long ball right into the box and right into the arms of Beltrami. Bassetti struck a fantastic ball, but Beltrami, well positioned, grabs and plays it out across midfield. With a Valiant's control now, Garces for Pacheco. Pacheco looking for Davis. Davis giving chase. Gascione able to snatch that one up. 12 minutes to go here in regulation. Valiants looking for their first goal in their last 2 matches after 13 in their previous 3. As Amato, Bertola, and Wilson will return for the Bulldogs, replacing Rojas, Lucchese, and Pizarro respectively, as Fatino will return, replacing Karp for the Valiants. Throwing on the far side for the Valiants. This ball controlled by the Bulldogs as Davis went flying. No whistle. Davis may have initiated some of that contact. Woods controls now. Play to the far sideline. Garner will play it out. Bassetti will play back to Gascione. Pacheco, Roman, and Davis continuing to apply pressure for the Valiants. Looking to break through here. This ball tracked down right near the near sideline by Davis Allen. Ball played to the middle. Here's Amato. Amato into the box, and you have a looks like a corner kick here. Ball briefly deflected over the end line by the Valiants. As Amato again just back into the match, will take the corner kick here. 10 minutes left in regulation. 3-0 lead for DeSales. As Mater to take the corner. Played into the box. Heiss will head it out. Pacheco giving chase and couldn't get the initial ball. Ball played out over the far sideline for Bulldog throwing. Loose ball controlled right at midfield by the Bulldogs. Now Davis Allen on the left side. Pacheco giving chase. Poked away briefly. Roman got a foot on it, but tracked down by the Bulldogs. That's low controlling. Played ahead for Davis Allen. Davis Allen ahead for Wilson. Wilson back to Davis Allen. Back to Wilson. Wilson into the zone. Into the box. There's Bertola. Bertola's shot. Blocked by Valarelli. And controlled out by Garner. Garner's ball across midfield. Davis giving chase. Bassetti just got it away. As Davis Allen tracked down. Plays back to Logue. Roman with a touch. Pacheco able to get it to Roman as Woods falls down. Here's Roman into the box. Woods knocks it away. Long shot. Wide of the mark from Fatino. Roman had space just outside the box. Left it for Fatino. Her shot went wide. As Karp will return for Davis. Junior replacing freshman. Sophomore, excuse me. Ball headed out. Woods appeared to jar her headband loose a little bit. Ball played back to Gachillon. Gachillon will wait for a team to advance. Ball played across midfield. Doesn't find a head on the fly. Now played ahead. Here's Swidler keeping a foot with Wilson, I should say. But Bertola will track down the loose ball. And control now up the left sideline. Valarelli looking to stay in front. Bertola across. And the high shot there from McPeak coming up from her midfield spot. McPeak had a look from about 25 yards, but a little too much on that one as it goes well over the crossbar for a Beltrami goal kick. Under 7 minutes now left in regulation. Again, Bulldogs leading 3-0 over Manhattanville. Bulldogs 6-5, 1-1 in Mac Freedom coming in. Manhattanville 3-5-1, 0-2 in Mac Freedom coming in. Is the high ball up the left side, headed out. Looked like it went off of Gardner. It did. As Finn will take the throw in just a minute. As Medler will return for McPeak here. Coach Redout looking to keep his players fresh for the final 6 minutes of this one here. There's Roman's ball ahead for Karp. Karp looking for Gardner. Gardner's cross looking for Pacheco, but played out by Logue. We have a foul called. Looked like that might have been on Heiss, as we have a free kick awaiting for the Bulldogs. Under 5.5 left in this one. The long ball into the box, headed out by Trainer. Played by DeSales, that's Wilson. Wilson into the box. Valarelli with Bertola, and Bertola with a left-footed strike across the box. Bertola was on the left side of the 6-yard box, and with her left foot, with Valarelli giving pursuit, managed to curve that one across the box just inside the right post, right at the 5-minute mark, pushing the Bulldog lead to 4. So Bertola, her 16th goal of the season, as DeSales has surpassed their 3.27 goals per game average. Expect that to jump up just a little bit for next week. As Karp now up the right sideline, crossing in, looking to get the Valiants on the board here. The cross played out across the near sideline. Karp will throw in. Pacheco comes in, can't control it, and let's see, we have a handball, it looks, called on the Bulldogs. We approach 4 minutes to go here. Roman will take the free kick just outside the box, about halfway deep, probably 9, maybe 10 yards out. As Roman's ball into the box, looking for Pacheco, ball headed out and cleared away by the Bulldogs. Swither will keep it in for now. Garza's playing back to Swidler. Swidler ahead again. Ball kept in and initially controlled by the Bulldogs, who cannot save it on the far sideline. It will be Manhattanville's throw in here. Ball played out. That's Heiss. Heiss ahead. Over Woods, looking for Roman. Roman does get around Woods. Here's Roman with a chance from 25. Her shot just wide right. Roman created space and had an opening. Just pushed it a little to the right. As Amato will come out for Strock is here. We are now under 3 minutes to go. Manhattanville still looking to break through in this one. 4-0 DeSales. Goals by Nealon, Amato, Medler, and Bertola, the 4 tonight for the Bulldogs, who do control across midfield. Medler plays ahead. Bertola just overran it. Swidler got back for the Valiants. Here's Trainer. Nice move. Allows Stragas to fly by. Played back for Beltrami. Ball ahead looking for Garces, but played in by Wilson. Here's Heiss ahead to Pelaez. For Gardner, excuse me. As ball played all the way back. Here's Bertola. Just out of range as Beltrami will grab. We go under 2 minutes left in regulation. Beltrami with a high arcer into the lights. Headed across the near sideline will be Valarelli to throw in for the Valiants. Well, goes right underneath our press box here. We have another Valiant throw-in. .120 left in regulation. We apologize for any difficulties with the clock on our live stream. As Roman plays it ahead, creating space for herself. Her cross into the box, grabbed by Gassion.
1 minute left to play in the second half. 1 minute remaining.
As we have reached the 1 minute mark in regulation. Gassion will play it ahead here. 45 seconds left for the Valiants. Here's Roman with space. Lays it ahead for Pacheco. Pacheco in the box on the right side. Her shot saved by Gassion. Owen's shot from 18 yards denied by Gashione. 25 seconds left in this one. As Roman plays it ahead, controlled by the Bulldogs. Valarelli controls for the Valiants. Fatino plays back for Swindler. Her long ball, a little too far for Gardner. We go under 10 seconds to go. The Bulldogs holding on to the shutout tonight. A 4-0 victory over the Valiants. As the Bulldogs improve to 7-5 on the season, 2-1 in MAC Freedom Conference play. Manhattanville drops to 3-6-1. More importantly, 0-3 in the MAC Freedom Conference. Valiants will be back in action on Saturday at Misericordia. They enter tonight 2-0 in the conference. Team will return to GoValiants.com field next Wednesday at 4 o'clock for a date with the Devils of Fairleigh Dickinson Florham, who also entered play tonight 0-2 in the conference. Final stats tonight, again, 4-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. Nealon, Medler, Amato, and Bertola, the 4 goal scorers for the visitors. Final stats, 9 shots on goal for the Bulldogs with 3 corners. 4 shots on goal and no corners for the Valiants. For Adam Ryder, Steve Sheridan, and our entire crew from GoValiants.com field, we sign off tonight. Good night, and go Valiants.